Hey everybody, Pastor Garin here. Wanted to check in, say hi. Hope you're doing well. Miss being with you digitally this past Sunday. I know that you were grateful to get to hear Ricky's wonderful sermon. We were grateful for Mount Calvary and Shelby letting us have him for the day. He did such a wonderful job. I worked last week and I thought about coming and just being here with the rest of the staff, but I thought, I think it might be interesting to have an experience like you're having, to sit at home and to see what it would be like to worship at home and kind of get a feel for how things go for worshiping at home. And it was a unique experience. It was different. I've had the chance to talk with some of you on the phone and that kind of thing, and it was a different experience, but it was a good one. And so I was grateful to get to do that and kind of see it from your perspective, and hopefully that will inform us as we go along. But I miss being with you. I look forward to being with us again this week. I wanted to check in today and kind of tell you where it is that we're going for the next few weeks. As you know, during Lent, we did this study on the series on the 7 last words of Jesus as spoken from the cross, and I enjoyed that. I hope that was something that was meaningful to you as well. We're in the midst of the pandemic, and when we did our staff planning back in January, staff got together. We retreat a couple times a year and just get together and plan worship services for several months. Obviously, in January, we didn't know that this was going to be happening in March and April. And so when we planned, we kind of came up with this way to go, a way forward. Now, as we're looking at, I was talking with Tony and kind of thinking about it and thinking, do we want to change? Is there something else, a way that we should be addressing what it is that we're doing? I don't know. I think that we're going to kind of go ahead with what it is that we had planned. My experience has been in church, not just now, but over the years, that the Holy Spirit is somehow in the movement of not just what happens in the moment, but in the planning also. I've always been kind of entertained at folks who say, when it comes to preaching, like on a particular Sunday, well, just stand up and let the Holy Spirit tell you what to say. That's a great idea. I like that, and some people are very adept at that kind of thing. For those of you who have asked me a 20-second answer a question before, and you get a 4-minute dissertation from me, you know that you don't necessarily want the Holy Spirit to just let me say whatever I want to say. So, but no, all that to mean, I think the Holy Spirit not only works in the moment, but can work in the planning as well. All that being said, is a perfect example of when it takes me longer to say what I'm going to say. All that being said, I think the Holy Spirit can work in the midst of our planning too. So we're going to forge ahead with what it is that we already had planned. We had a series plan on legacy and what it means to leave a legacy. And it was partially inspired by Tony, Tony's time with us, almost 40 years with us, 38 years, and what it means that he's been with us so long. And that was kind of the spark that lit the fire for us to do this series. So I think that there's something about legacy in the midst of what's going on in this pandemic also that can think about, well, what do we want to leave for those that come after us? And I think maybe we've had time to ask some of those big picture questions about what's happening now in the world and what it'll mean for the future. And I think that there are some spiritual questions that go along with, well, what do we want to leave for the future as well? So join us this coming Sunday. We're going to start, I think it's it's several weeks, 5 weeks maybe. I can't remember exactly even how many weeks that we're going to be doing this. I think it's 5 weeks. I think we go through the end of May, but join us for this series that's coming up on legacy and what it means to leave a legacy for those who come behind. Listen, we're glad that you're joining us. Thank you to those of you who have been in touch with us to say, hey, we love you, we encourage you. Thank you for those who've been in touch to say, hey, we need help. We still want to help you. If there's something that we can do, let us know. Thank you for those of you who've just dropped off offering and put it in the mail or swung by. We appreciate you. Thank you for those of us who are just checking in. Thank you for you who have checked in on your neighbors. That means so much. And I love hearing stories about how we are being church in a way we've never had to be before. In some ways, we look forward to how it was, but we know it's never going to go back to the way it was in some ways. And so let's go ahead, and God will go with us wherever we go. So thank you again for watching this video. We do hope you're well. Let me know if we can do anything for you. Join us on Sunday as we start our new series on legacy, what it means to pass down something to those that come behind us. Look forward to seeing you on the other side of the screen on Sunday. And until then, God bless. Be well.